Hello, it's Miss Jen here, and we're going to put the finishing touches on your writing. And whatever you have, whatever you've done, and you've written your ending, I think, it's good enough. We're going to move on to a new unit after we get back. So I usually don't like to say this, like, oh, you got to stop. But since we're moving on to a whole new unit, a reading unit next, I'm going to have to say we're going to be done, okay? So today is just a little lesson on how to use some tools to correct your writing and put the finishing touches on your writing. Of course, we are still using our patience and time. We've been working on this for a long time, returning to it bit by bit, and that's what real writers do. If you're writing for a job, this is the process. Okay, so writers use tools like checklists, peer feedback, and editing checklists to spot mistakes, strengthen their ideas, and polish their writing. Maybe keep that in your head. Today, we're just doing the finishing touches, mistakes, and we're polishing our writing. Have you ever read something with a mistake that pulled you out of the story? Errors can distract from your message. Learning to edit and correct your own writing helps make your writing clear and powerful. So we're going to look at some tools. There are lots of tools. You can use an editing bookmark or a checklist, or you could use my feedback if you've been sharing your document as a Google Doc. I'm happy to always give suggestions in your document. And then there's some tools that we can use. Let's look at a sentence. Before editing, I went to the park and it was fun. I saw lots of dogs. Oh, that's hard to read because there needs to be a period here. After editing, I went to the park and it was fun. I saw lots of dogs. Okay, so let's go to my writing here. And you will see I already have Grammarly because I'm a teacher. I can't have mistakes. Well, I guess I can, but I try not to in my writing. So I have Grammarly on my browser. So if you don't have this, I would really like you to get it. You might press pause right now and get an adult to come help you with this. So you can use this tool. I really, really like it. So you might want to put in Grammarly and I have a Safari browser because the school gives that to me. That's what I get. So Grammarly for Safari. You might have Chrome and you want the extension. So you click on this. Install now. It's free and it should just walk you through the steps with an adult, and you can get that turned on, and then it will always correct you when you're using your browser. And I have Safari. Oops. I have Grammarly for Safari. And I just follow these steps here, and I just clicked on this. What did I do? Oh yeah, I used my Google account. I just use this one here, and I put Grammarly on my browser, and then it would turn green when it started working. Okay. Okay, so now that I'm seeing this, you can already see that Grammarly is saying you've got some mistakes here. Sometimes it's not right, so you have to be careful. So we're on our bows. Sunburnt. Yeah, I was sunburnt, but we were sun-crisped. But I have this feeling I might see it. Okay. My daughter pointed to the right and said, yeah, you know what? I don't need a comma here. That doesn't make sense. And I agree. So I'm going to take that out. What is it? I squealed, my voice rising with excitement. I don't know why it's not changing. Sometimes I'm saying yes, but okay. I squealed, my voice rising with excitement. I found my heart Started. Oh, yeah. Yeah, starting. My heart's starting. No, that doesn't make sense. And every time I'm pressing correct, it's not correcting, so I have to go back and correct it. It's not perfect, that's for sure. And everything became quiet, almost silent. And I don't want a comma there. I'm gonna dismiss that one. Oh, that's so funny. If I dismiss it, okay, it went away. And I heard it before I saw it. I agree with that one. Sometimes it just wants you to have more commas. Okay. What is it, Mommy? My daughter looked up at me. Okay, look at its fin. That's right. It could have been a boy. I don't know for sure. Its fin. We didn't watch the motor on because we're at the whale. Next. This is actually a question. As if the whale knew it had a captive audience, breached once more in front of the boat. First, its back. It is not this one. So I'm going to dismiss. That's wrong. It's not always right. And then his tail came up from the water as if to say goodbye. You could see the markings on his tail that showed a unique personality of this special whale. Expect to hear screaming or shouting from my family. Quiet. Oh yeah, another strategy I do when I'm looking for mistakes is I read my whole story out loud, kind of like under my breath. That's a great strategy too. We didn't want to scare the whale, and the silence went on for a minute or two, and we think that's so funny, so it's not correcting sometimes. And we thought the whale had dove down deep, probably searching for food. Suddenly, we were on our way back home. Thank you, Grammarly. I would have missed that. I was in the air again, bumping up and down in my seat. I was feeling sun-crusted. No. I was feeling sun-crusted and just a little happier. I had a special moment with my family that day. We gave it was a quiet gift that made us all smile. Okay. So my finishing touches. I feel pretty good about my story, but I got to name it too. Whenever I name my story, I kind of go down to this paragraph and I'm looking for like 2 or 3 or maybe 4 words that capture the meaning of my story, capture the heart of my story, but also could be a surprise to the reader, like not giving too much away. Special moment, it's okay. It's a little bit like cheesy. Small gift. I like that. Quiet gift. I said gift maybe too many times, though. Maybe it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to repeat words because I said we were given a small gift together. It was a quiet gift that made us smile. So maybe that's okay in that instance. I'm going to call my story Quiet Gift, because that's when we all kind of appreciated it all together. And I'm going to put Quiet Gift, and I'm going to center it. It's got to go here, you got to go here, and then center that. Quiet Gift. And I have my story all here. Looking really good, all my mistakes. Another thing I'm going to do is read this in my head, which maybe doesn't make sense to you, but I like to read it in my head just to capture more mistakes. That's my process. Okay, so I hope you found the tool Grammarly and it worked for you. It wasn't really working for me, but I could see the mistakes and correct them on my own. And I hope that's a helpful tool for you. or you could use a tool like reading it out loud. You could use spell check on the here, but it is already showing them, so you could try this one. And then you just hand it in, the last one. You could remember you could share it. Anyone who can open it, yeah, copy link, and you can just paste that right into the here, your final document, and then you could say, I think the reflection is like, I use the tool of Grammarly and reading it out loud has helped me because look at Grammarly and write it out loud. Yeah, look at this helped me because, well, whew, sometimes I miss small mistakes, especially when I'm writing quickly. Okay, and that's it. That's the end of this writing unit. I know it just looks like, ooh, we didn't do that much writing. But remember that we really worked on a lot of skills in this one little piece. So I'd rather have a small amount of writing and lots of skills crammed in than a huge piece of writing that I can't understand and we're just repeating ourselves over and over. So I hope that you enjoy the unit. The next unit is going to be like nonfiction reading, something that you're interested in or something that you want to learn about. That will be our next unit when we come back. Okay, happy correcting and happy sending in your final writing piece.